check out my fancy tripod that you guys are on. Hey ladies, it is Wednesday and it is Jess, and our two topics this week are meeting your partner's parents over the holidays or meeting the family, and our second topic is coming out over social media. And as a disclaimer, I'm not an expert in either, but I'm going to answer the second topic. So coming out over social media, I'm going to focus on Facebook because I think that's probably the best way to do it. But I think that social media can be a really great way to come out to a lot of people, and it kind of takes the pressure off because you can just tell everyone and everyone will know, and they'll know exactly what you want them to know because you have sent out the message and it's not coming through word of mouth or whatever. So I think it's a great way and a great tool that we have as the newer generation to use to come out. That being said, I have two do's and two don'ts about coming out over Facebook. So my first do is do consider when you're doing this, just for your own practical concerns and your safety concerns. So, for example, do you live in a geographic location that's going to be good for this? Or do you live in a pretty homophobic place? Maybe you want to wait. Do you live with your parents who are homophobic, or family members, or some sort of support network that it could withdraw their support if you come out? Maybe consider that. Do you have friends and family that are going to support you when you come out? Consider that. Do you work in a job where you could potentially get some sort of repercussions, like being fired or demotion, or like demotion in pay, I don't know, for coming out? So these are just some concerns that I would consider before you come out over Facebook. And my second do is do tell the important people in your life. Do not come out over Facebook to everyone. Tell your friends, your close friends, and family members that you want to tell first. It's kind of like if you don't do that and you come out over Facebook, to me it's like a cop-out. It's like breaking up over text. It could really hurt the feelings of the important people in your life, like your friends and family, that you didn't tell them, like you don't trust them enough. I think it's good to tell people face-to-face and to not lose that connection with people. But I think coming out to all those randos in your life that it's like weird to tell them in person up front, just like, by the way, I'm gay. I think Facebook's a good thing for that. So my two don'ts, my first is don't be obnoxious. And it's really not about if you're gay or not. You could be gay, straight, bi, queer, whatever, X, Y, and Z. You could be black, you could be white, you could be Asian, you could be Indian, you could be poor, you could be rich, you could be a man, you could be a woman, you could be something other. You can be whoever you are. You just have to be human, really. If you post about the same thing all the time, over and over, I'm getting annoyed. And it could be anything. It could be gay stuff, it could be your relationship, it could be feminist stuff, it could be environmentalism, it could be complaining about your homework all the time, it could be complaining about school all the time, it could be your cat, it could really be a lot of things. But if you post about that one thing every day, multiple times a day, I'm getting annoyed. That being said, if it really tickles your pickle to post all of these things about this one thing, you do you. Don't let me stop you. I'll just probably unfriend you. So that is my piece of advice, is don't be obnoxious about you being gay unless you really want to. But I'm going to unfriend you. And my second don't is, I think what Shayna said as well, but don't feel pressured to be like extra lesbian or extra gay or extra whatever. I would just keep doing what you normally do on Facebook, and don't feel pressured to post like extra gay things, and every time you see a gay story, feel like you have to post it. I mean, if you want to, cool, but don't feel pressured to do that. And that's really all I've got, because I don't really use social media all that much, which is strange coming from a young person. I don't really even use Facebook, which is weird, I know, for people to understand that. I have nothing against Facebook, I just really don't use it. And people often ask me, why don't you have a Facebook? Why don't you have a Facebook? And I really don't have a great answer for that. I'm going to go to some cognitive therapy, I think, to really delve into that. And you guys are always asking me to get a Tumblr. But honestly, it just seems like a lot of work. And I don't want that. Maybe later, if someone, forces me. What I do find intriguing is that my main form of social media is LesbianCentral. And I think that this is a better way for me personally to connect with people. I don't know. I prefer this. They did recently get a Pinterest. to keep track of all my tattoo ideas and hair ideas. I found that I couldn't do it, and so someone suggested Pinterest, so I did get one. So modern. All said and done, I'm not an expert on social media by any stretch of the imagination. So if you feel like my ideas are crap and they suck, let me know. If you guys have any better suggestions, leave them down below as well. But otherwise, I hope you guys have a good week. If you guys are in finals right now for school, good luck. Good luck to all of us. But I hope you guys have a good Wednesday, good week, and I'll see you next Wednesday. Bye.